Greetings, defenders of the ship. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, The Voidborn. Episode 11, Blitzed by Naked Junkies. Alright, looks like a crafting room is a pretty... Oh, boy. Can we take off? Nope. Okay. They have pretty short-range weapons. But, Gideon inside ship. So, I can always spool up the turrets, but I'd like to try to hunt them ahead of time. Yeah, they're pretty short-ranged. Lisk does not run at full speed. Are these guys... Okay, and these guys are naked, so they have naked speed buffs. Got it. So a bunch of them are rocking nudity for speed. Got it. Oof. That was dumb. Well, there goes my speed advantage. Are the engines in the home zone? They are. We might need to rely on our turrets a bit more. I think I can get this group to flee without them, though. Not without a fair bit of risk. Missed me. Did not miss you. Alright, that group is bleeding out. So I'm going to go against the other group. It looks like a hospital. So a hospital, these are larger than a hospital reasonably needs to be. So if you do, I'll put one more minute on the board, but if we do end up with like a hospital, I'll probably not dedicate the entire room to the hospital, because that just doesn't make sense. It's massive. What fuel do we need? We need chem fuel to depart. I'm a little worried that these guys are next to a rhino. They could try to use the rhino against me. I think this fight calls for me to take Wake Up. So I move at faster than them with Wake Up. Wow, they are flying at me. Why are you so fast? Oh my, what the frick? Holy hell, a jogger, a naked jogger. Great. Not expecting him to be a banshee out of hell here. Stabbing me to death. Okay. Well, that sucks. I should have checked stats. This is all sorts of bad, as you can see. What? You're still up? What are you on, Go Juice too? Of course you are. Of freaking course you are. Yeah, alright, this is a loss. I should have just let the turrets do their thing. I'm not gonna quit out now. I did save ahead of time, because I figured that this would be the case. But let's have the 11-year-old go out with a bang. So what kind of wounds do we have right now? Missing a leg, 4 hours, 22 hours, and 10 hours. Missing a finger. I like how they just shot each other in the head. That's funny. I should have kept the shield belt on. I don't know why I took that off. Get blown up. So the ship hulls are made of uranium so that we could withstand the blasts like this. I'm down to 1 turret. It's obviously not going to be enough. And then they'll probably try to kidnap, I'd imagine. It's not like I can chase them. The issue here was Edekin, when they're naked, have naked speed, so they're faster than normal, which means they're basically impossible to outrun. And then the one that jumped me, just by chance, had you know, Go Juice jogger naked speed. So he was moving at, like, I am the Flash levels of ridiculousness, which is just like, okay, I guess I'm dead. Moving at, like, 8 speed or whatever. Alright, so I'm just gonna load unapologetically. What I should have done in a situation like that, and it looks like we're gonna do Ideology and Hospital tied. So for the rooms to build, have you choose between those two, or say you don't like the choices? So likely the same raid or something similar will show up, but I'll make sure to scope the skill of the raiders before just, like, engaging, because had I realized there was a go-juiced jogger, I would have been a lot more cautious, knowing how terrible go-juiced joggers are. As far as the crafting room goes, the plan originally was to put my fab bench in here, but I will, I'll use the crafting room for it. Once we're, you know, done building stuff. Okay, it's a prepare a while of melee pigskins. That's very different. Much more manageable, I'd say. The other kicker is prepare a while raids, by their nature. Okay, we are airtight, good. Come in with more raiders, if you didn't know. So when a prepare a while raid shows up, you get like 30% more attackers than you would have otherwise. So I'm going to turn on, I'm going to leave 1 token turret on. So that we have some automated fire when they come. Oh, these are Neanderthals. That's not so easy. They're not pigskins, they're Neanders. They're tough. But, given that they're brawlers, way more easy to manage. Chalk it up to Phoebe? Yeah. I mean, it was careless of me to assume that I could outrun them and then have that one guy fly at me like that, locking me into a melee fight, especially given that the Starjacks are god-awful at melee. That was really the problem. Lisk, I thought I told you to move. Move now, please. Thank you. And it looks like hospital led the way. Ooh, hill root. And they're fleeing. Icy, stick around. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corpses. Also some free tea. Yep. Oh, there's 4 corpses here. That went way better. Yeah, it was a lot easier. Not all fights are the same. So I'm just... Oh, he died. I'm just trying to clean up the bodies so that I avoid potential mental risks. Such a clean reload, nothing even happened. No, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, so obviously this is one of the crafting room. That was already decided. And then you guys wanted a ideology slash hospital. So I think I'm gonna make the other side of the ideology, and that'll still add a hospital. So I'm gonna expand the ship out to the back and put a hospital bay somewhere around here. So we have all of the above. Pretty fair compromise, I'd like to think. Current priority is build, crafting, IDEO, and hospital, and go bounty. Okay, turrets are nearly repaired. Adjusting home zone for the new areas. Again, as if it never happened the first time. My butcher zone close enough? Let's make it a little larger. There we go. And updating the ship zone. I don't think have marble available on this tile, and I'd rather keep all my floors marble rather than mix it. It just looks better. So I'm not going to worry about the flooring until we're on a marble map tile. I'll just leave it bare. Which also means probably not building the ideology room until we get marble access again, because, you know, marble's the prettiest. Rylus. Perfect timing. We've got level 6 in climbing. Other things I'm going to need when preparing for space, the 2 heaters I have, likely not enough. I'll probably need more than that. And that will be the last expansion. And I'll put a hospital bay in there once it's done. Which means all of the, I think I want to keep all the turrets roughly where they are. Like, I'll space them out like that. So turret, 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 turret. So I can point one specific end towards danger, if you will. Nice, we got our fab bench. That's massive. And we have another location for a reactor. But you guys want me to bounty hunt. I'm assuming, I'm going to reaffirm that though. Where to next? Bounty or Grav Core. So you do have the choice. How many tiles do we have left? Ooh, good call. I don't have this kind of tile, do I? Let me cancel that. I have 19 tiles left. I totally forgot. So 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh my god. What the ship? Bulk goods trader overhead. Can I buy tiles? I'm not sure. I can sell this stuff. Yeah, I could buy tiles. Why not? Why not? Ooh. Gardening book? Buy it. Yeah, this looks good. They're also selling chem fuel, but like, I'll just make it. Alright, assignments, reading policies. Everyone is going to be hooked up to novels, except for Lisk will be anything. Actually, textbooks only for Lisk. The reason being, I would not mind him getting better at gardening. And he has a global learning factor of 250%, so if anyone's going to learn plants, it's him. So he'll be our plant man. With all the new tiles that I bought, I can't immediately put them to use because we're at the Grav Engines tile max. But I'm still almost certainly going to use them in the long run. I'd rather have more Grav light panels. And the reason is things like a Grav field extender is 35 panels. And then eventually we're going to be researching things like Grav power cells, which are 50 panels. Or a signal jammer, which is 80 panels. So you can see these panels are not just for building only, they're also for utility that you add. How much? I have uranium, that's fine. Okay, you guys actually want me to go to the Grav Core next? Reminder, the bounty, I have 40 days on, so I can always leave it. But, the bounty target gives me a fuel optimizer, so I burn less chem fuel traveling. So. Plus, generally, orbital platforms have treasure. That's not guaranteed, but usually pretty good up there. Now, there is a chain explosion. Actually, I'm going to move these turrets so that I mitigate chain explosion risk. Because I don't need them blown up. There we go. And pretty much the entire back of our ship is like uranium now. It's uranium all up until this point. So what I mean by that is the light blue is uranium. All of this is uranium. So that explosions from the rear are easily deflected. Bounty is next. Okay. We'll still go to bed. We're almost out of alpaca. I kind of feel bad. I, like, low-key hunted them into extinction. So what I'm going to do now that that's true is flick the biofueler off. Fear pods! A mech cluster lands here. Oh no! I think you guys probably want me to accept this right as I'm about to take off, I'd imagine. Do I accept the fear pods? Yes or no? And the rewards were a neuroformer, a baseliner, which we would not accept, or goodwill. So what's interesting is your pilot console is not electric, so like it can't be knocked out via EMI or anything like that. So there's really not a game mechanic that stops you from just like leaving, is I guess what I'm trying to say. There's no amount of danger where you're like, oh god, I'm stuck. Because you're never stuck. Which is nuts. So we'll get a hospital around here out back. There we go. And we'll adjust the shelving so it's not so much of a problem. I'm in fact gonna maybe I uninstall it. Small hospital. I'm behind on wood harvesting again? No? Mostly because I'm not trying to harvest wood. So I can't be behind on something I'm not doing on purpose. What I do need here is a vent. Or I tie a little up. Okay, I don't have good beds for this yet. Maybe with all this steel, I'll go for higher quality beds. So we have a room for a hospital. I just need the beds for the hospital. I see. You are construction 20, so I'm just going to wait till she's free. Excellent. Well, 1 out of 2. And we are ready to launch. So as soon as we have this done, because I have all my other requirements done, I will be bouncing out of here. Actually, that's not true. I think it's probably a benefit to me now to get a smelter. I hadn't bothered up until this point, but, you know, it's pretty obvious I'm going to want one. What map? Oh, we have granite here. Okay, I'm also going to get granite. We were at one point using granite shelving, and I'm going to get granite shelving again. So in the hospital, we'll put a small granite shelf here for medicine. And then I have room for like vitals monitors adjacent. And then in the fabrication bench, we have room, if we want, for tool cabinets. This is really just like a dedicated fabrication room. So we have room for double tool cabinets if and when we have the steel, and then shelves for everything else. So I'll get this done first. So in here we have advanced components. And let's make this important. Gold. Steel. Las steel. And unfinished. Unfinished, let's see. Unfinished advanced armor, unfinished bionics, unfinished components, unfinished... yeah. Yeah. Cool. A nice fab room. Let's have Lisk, because I'm getting pretty close to takeoff, get the more important resources like plasteel and components, because we're going to want those more than just like more steel. Steel's kind of everywhere. I have shelves, but I have marble shelves. I'm like trying to color code stuff. I know it's ridiculous, but 'tis how I want it. These shelves are for like general stocks. Different shelves for different rooms, if you will. But, hospital. The ideology room, do I have... Yeah, I don't have any marble. I kind of wanted to wait for marble. Is there any marble anywhere on the map tile in terms of things that I could break down? There's a sarcophagus. A table, another table. An urn, another urn, a whole bunch of walls. So yeah, I will get some start of an ideology room by ripping apart ruins. Silly, yeah, but why not? We had a bunch of idle people anyway, because the hunting's pretty much over, so... Sounds good to me. How do I rate the game experience of the confined space but mobile? I like the constraints. Actually, I kind of like being forced to think about how to fit everything we need into a small space. It's kind of fun. Does an unroof needed in the ruins? Maybe. In here? I can't really tell. But I'll just leave one wall up to hold the roof on. Just in case. Nope, that was weird. I was like, oh, it's Rylas's head. So we're getting our little ideology room finally. Cool. Gideon, why aren't you hauling? Oh, you know what? You're probably not allowed to haul. And that's a waste. You're allowed to be here, bud. Do it up. Oh, you're wrong zone. Okay, that explains a lot. So we have the altar, the lectern, and a pew, and room for other pew if we need another pew. Nope, it was unroofed by default. Lisk is gonna need to stop soon. Oh, I saw that meat go bye-bye. That's not ideal. But some alpacas are back at least. Oh, party. That'll help with Lisk's mood, if he wakes up for it. Come on, Lisk, get up! I might, for the sake of getting the ideology room done sooner, just break down my shelving. You guys are having a weird party. Gideon's, like, on the phone. You guys are just wandering around the ship. Pretty strange party, if you ask me. It's finally warm enough. I think we can chimney. Yeah. Ooh, Lisk with a little flirt. Lisk charmed Icy by joking about learning backgammon. Icy gave a minimal response. Icy was Icy. Nice try, dude. And there we have a shrine. And we have a opportunity to have a little event in there. So maybe once the pew's done. Gideon probably shouldn't be the one to finish the pew off, because it's a quality-controlled construction project. So I'll have Icy finish it. Excellent. Well, it's a slightly impressive room, and I'll try to make it nicer over time. Our ship is at literally max size. It can't be bigger at all. So this is the maximum form factor until we build an extender. So then what I really want to do, because we are ready to ship out, is to haul everything in, you know, because I don't want to leave anything behind, especially the plasteel. This is probably unnecessary, though. Since the chimney is unroofed, would I need a seal or just roof when I got to space? I don't need to do anything. It's airtight. Air conditioners are airtight. Doors are airtight. Walls are airtight. Only these 4 objects need to be airtight, so nothing has to happen. A bulk constrainer. Oh, good, because I've got loads of leather. Oh, it's these guys. Alright. Loads of leather. Here you go. I don't think I'm going to keep the wolf. Maybe I will. They do have a lot of herbal. I'll keep I'll sell some of the wolf until they run out of silver. About that. And they gave me a quest for an ancient chemfuel refinery. Well, that's nice. I guess they saw our ship, they're tribal, and they were like, oh, you use chemfuel? We know where chemfuel is. How they even know what chemfuel is, I have no idea, but I don't need to know that. They could keep their secrets. So if we're headed to space for a bounty, it would be really good to stockpile a lot of meat so that we've got plenty of fuel. And then also knowing that there's not a lot of meat in space to have enough chem fuel to make it back down. Now, from space to come down, like if you're just going up or down into space, it's only like 10 chem fuel. So it's really not, it's hard to be stuck in space, I'll put it that way, because it doesn't require very much to be able to get to space in the first place. Because space counts as one tile. It actually reminds me, there's a quote where it's like, how's the quote go? Space isn't very far. It's like an hour's drive if you could drive straight up in your car, which is, you know, true. Would it be hard to start painting the ship? Not planning on it. I can't really afford dyes or anything, so. I could have bought dyes, but they're gone. Down is easy, up is hard. Yes, correct. But in RimWorld, up is easy. The grav ship, the way it works, is it like deletes gravity. That's like more or less how it's phrased. So like up or down makes no difference to a grav engine. Which is why there's no increased chem fuel cost going to orbit. It's the same as coming back down from orbit or going along the surface. It's an anti-gravity ship, despite being called a gravity ship. So the fear pods. I wanted to accept this right as I was about to blast off, but it wants me to distract dormant gunners. Okay, we'll accept it. But I think I need to destroy. I don't think I need to destroy it. Maybe. This other one wants me to protect someone for 10 days who's paralyzed. The rewards suck, so I'm not even going to consider that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Voidborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Voidborn.